Hi, my name is Blanky, and this is my reflection for my Zenith project. So, the idea for my Zenith project primarily came from the media I used to watch growing up and that I still adore. I've always found indie animation specifically very inspirational and have wanted to do my own take on an animated series since I was like 10 years old, and I've fostered a deep passion for storytelling over the years, and freestyle has taught me the skills to really execute that vision. Thus, I thought it'd be perfect to showcase all I'd learned through a project that helps show others something that's incredibly near and dear to my heart, which is my original story, Bewildered. I did a ton of research in order to prepare for this project. I looked into various animatic techniques, I watched a lot of video mixing professionals give advice, as well as asking friends with experience in both to help me finalize my mixes, and of course, I looked to long-form animatic style videos like Pretty Please I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl on YouTube to give me an idea of what sort of project I wanted to create in the first place. The main way I collaborated with others through this project was by recruiting voice actors to voice 11 of the 12 characters in the final production. I also asked for sound/video editing help, as I previously mentioned, but I also got a lot of critique throughout my working process that gave me guidance on how to better my work overall, especially during the actual production stage. I'd say I'd improved on all of the 21st century skills throughout this project. I think the ones I came the furthest on were risk-taking and high productivity. I actively chose to do something that would be challenging for me instead of doing something that'd be a bit safer, albeit less rewarding. And I also worked basically every day since February to bring this project to its completion. I even worked over breaks to make sure it'd be done. And I also took a huge risk by putting myself out there with something that's super vulnerable and personal to me instead of choosing something that's a little more safe. So I also think that having made a full production like this, it makes me feel more confident in doing so in the future, and it also makes me feel even more confident in completing smaller projects, as I can now fully see the scope of what I could do. It's also taught me the importance of letting people see your vision and pushing for what you believe in, even if you're scared. I think I accomplished my project's objectives very well. I was terrified I'd come out of this with a half-baked, unfinished product, but I actively kept working and kept adjusting my strategy to make sure that I would get work done without burning myself out, and I'm extremely proud of that, and the fact that I've managed to come so far in general with my ability to create. So if I could do this project over, I'd likely start even earlier, but other than that, it really wouldn't change much. I think I learned a lot from my mistakes that I made, and I'll use that, obviously, as knowledge to make myself make better projects next time, but I think I did a good job, all things considered. And finally, the takeaway I want the reader or listener to have about my project is to never, ever give up. It's a very overdone saying, but it's true. I constantly fought feeling hopeless throughout a lot of this process, and part of what makes finishing a project so thrilling is that it is proof that you can do something you never thought was previously possible. Even if you fail, adding to the world is so much better than passively letting it pass you by. Haha. And no matter where I go in life, I will never stop creating, and I think my Zenith project helps show that belief as strongly as I can possibly show it. So thank you for listening, and you should watch my Zenith final product, which is called Training Practice, on May 21st, which is Freestyle's Exhibition Day. Thank you.